Hey, welcome everybody, welcome to the Director's Garage Live Happy Hour. Hangout without the hump day because, you know, I'm a loser. Boy, we're looking a little, let's make it a little camera adjustment here. Let's maybe take that down a little. There we go. Oh yeah. Hey, how y'all doing, man? We have got a massive episode to do today. I got a lot of stuff to get through. We're going to talk. I've been in Jamaica, as you know. I'm a little tanned, maybe a little burned, maybe a little in between. Let me just check out how we're doing. Let's take these off. My ear cup, atrium. Ear cup is falling off that thing. You know how the ZMF headphones, like you got to get them around. Well, I caught it on something and it pulled the ear pad off, and it's a big mess. Let me just check out how we're looking because, you know, it's going to be a long live stream. Let's not make it painful on you guys, shall we? Let's just take a look. Just go here real quick. I just like to check out, make sure that you're getting your maximum viewer pleasure. We have got so much to do today. I've got so much to talk about. And I'm going to show, we're going to do a live surgery. We're going to have, cheers everybody. We're going to do a live surgery on this episode. How killer is that? And it's an authorized. I got a massive reveal I'm going to do. Hang on a second. Where's this going? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. Hey! Okay, well now we're too dark. Alright, well you can't win them all. Let's juice this up a little bit. Okay. Alright, so major things we're going to do today. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about some news because some stuff happened. Stuff happened today, in the last 2 days. And we're going to go live to the laptop of death. We're going to talk about Jamaica in a second. We're going to do a live surgery. We're going to do a reveal of the next episode. I've never done a reveal on the live stream of something that's coming up. We're going to do that. I'm going to give you a lot of info that I normally don't drop before the episode comes out. You're going to know a lot about the next episode. Okay. First thing I want to talk about is this thing right here. Okay. This is my monitoring switcher for audio in the Director's Garage. When I'm doing cutting episodes and stuff, this thing distributes the sound to my near-field monitors, my headphones. It's a jack of all trades. It does a lot of things. It broke. It broke. Flat out said, I'm out of here. Hang on, we're going to turn this on real quick. When I was out on assignment in Jamaica, I came back and none of these assignment buttons were working. Now, in fairness, I did kind of dump a Coke on this at one point. I had to take it apart. The warranty on this is very voided because of that. So let's unbox something first. That's the new big knob that's going to go in the studio. God, we're going to have some fun today. Let's see. So I got this. I got the overhead camera. There it is. Here's the big knob studio. Just open it. We're just going to open it on the air because why not? I got a knife around here somewhere. Yes, I do. It's a knife given me by my brother-in-law when he retired. He gave me this knife. So it's been on the show ever since. Very cool. All right, back to the big knob. Just opens up like this, and wow. Here's what it is. This is how you get a big knob, folks. And this is the exact same model, the exact same everything. Documents. Come on. Take this out. Oh, this one doesn't. Well, it's a big knob that's missing its big knob. Where'd they put the big knob? It normally comes on it. Are you kidding me? I bought a big knob and it didn't come with a big knob? What the hell's going on here? It's not in the box. Guys. Oh, that's a letdown. There is no big knob on the big knob. Oh, there it is. Wait, it's on the back side. It's hiding. It's hiding in plain sight. We have a big knob. It's ridiculous. Rest of the stuff in the box you get power supply, cord, and this thing. Oh, we gotta let's focus. And a little jack that I'll never use because it's crap, and power cable. There you go. So, new big knob for the studio. We'll install this offline. But yeah, it broke. It broke. That was number one. Let's talk about some new stuff that's going on, though. We're going to go to the laptop next. And this is a sale on Noble. This doesn't happen very often. Drop has the Noble Focus Mystique earbuds for just $320. That is the lowest price I've ever seen on this. These are my favorite IEM for wireless to true wireless setup. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Notice I'm wearing the Noble. They come with a case. They do calls. They do not do noise cancellation. That's the only thing these don't do. However, they are the best sounding true wireless I've heard, bar none. I have not heard a true wireless that sounds better than the Noble. And I took this with me on the road to Jamaica. I should show some of those pictures, shouldn't I? Let me see. Let's get those up, because that's going to take a little rearrangement here of the desktop, but we can do that. I can show a couple of photos. I put them in the community page, but let's show off that. We're going to go through. We got so much to do. All right. How do I get this? Can I open this all with preview? I can open all of these three. I'll just show off 3 pictures real quick. Open with preview. There it is. Come on. You know you want to. All right. And we can go back to the laptop here. Okay. So this is Kevin, my longtime travel partner with Ziggy Marley. Very cool. We did an interview out front of the Bob Marley Museum, which should be in this photo package. There it is. That's the Bob Marley. Oh, it's doing this thing again. I hate when it does this. Okay, that's the Bob Marley Museum. That's the music for the show, which hopefully I didn't stop. Is it still running? Yes. And there's this huge statue, lifelike statue out front. Very cool. And that's Ziggy on the red carpet. And this premiere was accented by, let's go back to find, because I got to find stuff. And let's open this little video. Hopefully there's no sound with this. Okay. And this is Prince Harry arriving at the premiere. Prince Harry just shows up. Just, you know, because he's a baller. He rolls up, big old SUV, goes around back, grabs his bride, and ushers her back. This was so cool. This is 2 feet in front of me. And I had to figure all this out. That was part of my job as director. I've got to put the cameras, put the people, put stuff in the right places to get shots of these guys as they arrived. So we had a hint that they were coming, but, you know, you never know. And you got to figure all this out. That's part of doing the directing thing that I do. So it's a live event, and you just don't know where they're going to go, what they're going to do. And yeah, kind of getting bald there, Harry. That's one thing I thought at the time. But so am I, so who am I to complain? But this was a really cool thing, and he showed up, he came out and went in and came out again, and it was all over the place. It was really cool. It was a big event, and it was all over ET the last couple of days. So there you go. So that's Harry. Now I got one other thing to show off, and that's a new product. Hashtag, I'm all over the place. All over the place. All right, here's the next thing. And this is all up for discussion. Talk about what you want. Holly's outside sitting on a chair right now. From Chord Electronics. This was just released this week. Go to professional, please. The professional page. And here it is. It's the Chord Alto. Now, this is a headphone amplifier. I'm reading a lot of this online. Sorry, I'm throwing stuff around. Because I have more to do, more to show off, more to do. This was released this was announced at NAMM, the Audio Professionals thing, and this is the Chord Alto, and it is a headphone amplifier, but it's more for near-field speakers. I've seen a lot of chat online saying, oh, we should buy this for our headphones. We definitely should buy this for our headphones. And the reality is this isn't really for audiophiles. This is designed for professionals. It's XLR in, and you can drive speakers with it. It's got a 50-watt output for near-field monitors, or you can drive your self-powered, like I have here, like my Genelex. You can drive those. You can drive those with this, and it's more in line, looping everything together. It's more in line with this Mackie Big Knob, except it doesn't have outputs on the multiple outputs. See, I can put up to 3 different speaker setups and change monitoring schemes with this, and I've got multiple inputs I can select. So I can have my computer, I can have a DAC, I can have a keyboard, a piano keyboard. It takes USB in. It's got a full DAC built into it. This is much more full-featured. I don't deny for a second that the Chord stuff is going to sound better, but I don't think it's intended for us audiophile aficionados. I think there's other products that Chord does, like just if you're looking to drive a pair of headphones well, just get yourself the TT2 or the Chord, the Hugo, the regular Hugo 2 or the Hugo TT2. Those will drive headphones and to a better degree than that will. That's designed for professionals. And there's a lot of chat online I've seen this week about how, oh, now we have to run out and buy this. It was on the Facebook groups, and no, you don't. It's not designed for you, for us guys. It's not designed for these. It's designed for like AKGs and easier to drive headphones, and you don't get that full 50 watts into the headphone channel at all. You get a fraction of that. So just so you know, there's not. It's not for us, and everybody's like, how much is it going to cost? Like, doesn't matter. You don't want that. You're gonna want to spend your money elsewhere. So that's that. Now, we've got a lot of heads in the door. Yeah, we do. Oh boy, guys, we got so much to do today. Got so much to talk about. So what do you think of that? Just that. We've talked about a new product from Chord Electronics. That's not really for us, but it's cool. And we've talked about Noble's Mystique on sale at drop. Phenomenal IEM. And my Ziggy Marley, my Jamaica trip, man. I'm starting to peel a little bit. I got so much sun. Got my walk, got my steps in, all that stuff. And we're back here, and I'm in production. And I was working on an episode all day. All right, here it comes. Here it comes, guys. You ready? Is everybody ready? This is going to be big. I've never done this on this live stream before. Cheers, everyone. Like and subscribe. I never asked for that. Okay. Hope everyone's having a good day. This is exciting. Okay. Now, y'all know I'm a fan of these. I'm a big fan of these. I unboxed these. They blew me away. I thought they were fantastic. And I've been in talks with a certain manufacturer of these who shall remain nameless, Ryan Dietz. And he's been talking to me. Sorry. I'm just so exciting. I'm choking on myself. And I said, I've been saying for weeks, Ryan, I would love to hear, this is the single-sided magnet version. And I said, Ryan, I would really love to hear the dual-sided version of this at some point. And he said, yeah, we'll get into it. He goes, understand, I'm way behind. I'm trickling these things out, and you can't, I just can't, turn things over for a full review for weeks, and, I don't get them back and whatever. And I said, what if I told you that I did my XMEMS IEM episode, I turned that around in 72 hours. I can make that happen. The story gets better. And he said, well, okay, so he goes, well, that's interesting. He goes, that's something I can actually deal with, you know, if you do shoot the episode. So a package arrives yesterday. Are you guys dying right now? I have the dual-sided and the single-sided Mod House Tungstens are in the house. Now, I got them in yesterday. I shot the episode yesterday night. And they're spectacular. They're just spectacular. I'm not going to give the full review. The full review will be out next week. We're going to do the full, like the whole listening sessions and impressions and all of that. But I got to the end of it, and I decided that, you know, these. And by the way, look at them. Look at these things. Look at what am I doing? Look at these things. Let's show them off. Look what he did. He did like award show gold to go with my director's garage version of this, with the two-sided purple and I don't know, what is it, aqua, whatever you call it, sea foam, right? I mean, just gorgeous, right? And he came up with a gold because award season. He's like, you're in award season, man. You got to have a gold pair for award season. How cool is this? How cool is this? This is amazing. Look at these things. They're amazing. So I went through the episode, and I finished shooting at about midnight. And then I put, you know, after the episode winds down, I shut everything off around here, and I just put the headphones on, and I started listening. And I'm like, gotta have them. I gotta, you know. So a payment was made. A payment was made, gentlemen. And I wrote Ryan. I said, okay, you know, I'm gonna send you my single-sided back for when you can get to it, a driver swap. And he said, well, you know what? He goes, you've already got them there. What if you just change your ear? Because I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up this. This is special. This is custom. This is me in headphone form. He said, why don't you just swap the grills out and then send them back to me? So we're going to do surgery live on this show, and then we'll get to the chat, because you guys got to be, I hope you guys are going bananas. This is so awesome. This is so awesome. We're gonna do a live swap of the earpieces, and then we'll get to the chat. Okay, so these are 4 screws aside, and it needs an Allen wrench. The cool thing is we're gonna actually get to see, hopefully, the difference, because from the looks of these things, you can't tell these two apart. Even trying to see through the grill here, you can't see these two apart. You can't tell the two apart. They don't look, even on the inside with the pads off. There's no visual difference here. Like, you can't look at them and go, oh, that's clearly the double-sided, this is clearly the single-sided. They look the same. There is one way to tell them apart, though, and it's not physical. It's metaphysical. Okay. Sorry. All right, let's get this other pad off. Oh, that one's a little loosey. These headphones, these are the single-sided. They attract each other. The double-sided repel each other. There's a force here. You can feel a magnetic force repelling. So if somebody tries to sell you a single-sided and you want the double-sided, or vice versa, you can tell because they repel each other versus pull each other together. kind of a cool little thing, kind of a cool little tidbit. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to this. So 4 screws, Allen heads. And Ryan is probably cringing right now in the chat, like, oh my God, don't scratch these things. Don't hurt them. I need them back. This is any manufacturer's worst nightmare. The user is taking my product apart. Oh my God, oh my God. You know, I hope the wiring's right. You know, he sees some flaw. He sees some flaw when we pull this off. No, this is awesome. And I got to get the orientation right too, or they're going to look funny. Okay, so there's one. There's one. And you can see, now this is the double-sided magnet. And I still can't really tell any difference there. I can't tell any difference there. Okay, so let's make sure I got the right, I want to get the orientation because I'm so used to having the green on the left cup. It's got to go in the same place. And I mean, that's what he did. He sent me them. I got to keep it, you know, got to keep it real, folks. Got to keep it real. All right. This is actually really interesting because we're going to get to see what's behind the curtain here. I'm being real careful. I don't want to scratch nothing. I'm a bull in a china shop. I got big fat fingers. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Live surgery. Live headphone surgery, boys. That's what we're doing. All right. All right. Are you ready for the reveal? Are you ready? Wow. Oh, they are different. They are different. Look at that. Look at the difference. There's like this, the single-sided has this cool kind of, it's like a herringbone pattern, and this one's got like the little world kind of effect going on. Very cool. I'm glad the manufacturer's right on line with this because if I mess it up, you can tell me. Michael, a little to the left, please. You're grabbing the wrong one. All right, so let's get this in place. Make sure all the holes are lined up. Okay, okay, that looks. Sorry, I got to keep my noggin in here. Sorry about my bald spot if you saw it. And we'll just finger tight these things just to get them started. I don't want to. We're not in the business of stripping out screws. That's a bad idea. That's a bad plan. I had fun with this in the episode. It's probably not going to make sense now because this is, you know, like you shoot the thing and then I told him about it. And okay, just getting these finger tight. Let's get them started. All right. Get in there. This thing's magnetized. How many foot-pounds of torque do we do? Don't over-tighten. I'm going to strip it out. All right. There we go. There's one. Let's put this back in. I mean, this is pretty cool. Is this cool? This is pretty cool. Live headphone surgery. It's come to this. Okay. 3. Come on, number 3. Tell me if you're bored. We can do something else. I think it's fascinating. I think this is just really cool. Just get them kind of tightened up, but not too much. They're not going to go anywhere. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, now we'll take apart the other side. The inside. No, just kidding. All right, on to purple. On to purple. We're halfway home. Don't forget which one goes on which. Wow, you can really see how these things repel each other. Ryan, how am I doing? Is this satisfactory? Is this satisfactory engineering right here? As a technician, can I be his technician in Ryan's garage? There's the fourth one. I am sweating a little bit over this. I'm really trying to be very, very careful. And these are wood on the back. See that? It's wood. It's a wood with this gorgeous cutout faceplate. Man, there's a lot of work in this. Look at the machining that must go into this. If you don't appreciate what this guy does with these things, look at the work on this. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Gorgeous solders on the inside. Looking good. Good wiring. All right, let's get the other one off. Now, pad-wise, I'll share with you the pad situation. Now, he sent me 2 pairs of pads with these, and he sent me with the single-sided. He sent me the hybrid pad. And with the double-sided, he sent me a fenestrated leather pad. And I gotta say, I prefer the hybrid on both headphones. So, headline for you guys. Oh, this one's a longer screw. Is that supposed to be longer? Interesting. Yeah, see how that's shorter? That's a longer screw. Very interesting. Okay. No, not by a lot, just a little. Supplies were running short that day, I think. Okay, we'll make sure they go in the right spot. Just for safety. Okay, so here comes off driver number 2. Don't mess it up. All right, there we go. God. Great detail there. Let's see if we can... Should I zoom in on that? Let's see. Can I get it? Yeah, there we go. Come on. Focus. Focus. You know you want to. It's not focusing. Doesn't like that herringbone pattern. It needs enough light. No, the camera's just not liking it. Okay, maybe I'm too close to it. Anyway, oh, because it's, yeah, I am. It's zoomed in that much. I can't find a focal length. There you go. Very cool. There's your differences, boys. Here's your differences. Here's the inside of the one, the inside of the other. Magic stuff. Magic stuff. Gorgeous. Looks like the polarity's all right there. I wonder if Ryan's sweating as much as I am. Putting this this thing together. Okay. Make sure to get these things lined up nicely. All right. Looks good. Looks good. This one lined up right. Some Mod House. Got to have the orientation just right. See the screw holes? Can I see them? Yeah, looks good. All right. And I'll put the long one back in the long hole, just in case. Da, 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 da. Doesn't feel like it's right. Double check. Yeah, it's a little off. Let's turn it a little bit. There we go. Now we're cooking. Live, oh, I'm off camera. Sorry, fellas, I can't watch 5 things at once. Dying to know what the chat's saying right now. I'm going to get to the chat after this and see what you guys say about all this stuff. I've revealed quite a bit since we've started this episode. And we're only a half an hour in. Oh, this is amazing. Ryan, I want a full critique of my screwing ability. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh while I'm doing this. That's rich. Last little bit, boys, and then we're done. Last one. There we go. There we go. Now my Director's Garage version is the double-sided headphone. Oh, got to get some pads on this. Oh, anyway, I'll show you these pads real quick. So these are the 2 pads that shipped. This one probably needs better light. This one's the hybrid pad, and this is the fenestrated leather pad. I for whatever reason, I normally go with fenestrated leather every single time. I felt like this one sounded a little bit better, just a little bit. It took a little bit of edge off or something. It seemed like I had a little more bass coming through on it. So there you go. Those are the 2 pads. So, and then, oops, these just click in, and my reference way of doing this is to find the seam, and the seam goes to the bottom, and then they seem to be, oops, backwards. Yeah. If I put the seam near the bottom, they find their little home place a little easier, like that. And there you go. And there you go. dual-sided director's garage version. How cool is that? How cool is that, man? Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Ryan, I'm going to ship these single-sided out as soon as the show's over. I will box them and send them back to you. I can't begin to thank you enough for, first of all, being a friend of this show, and second of all, giving us the opportunity to hear and audition these things when a lot of other people are just trying to get a pair, any pair, in. That's really doing us a solid and doing all of us, all of you guys out there, you viewers who want to see this stuff, a solid in doing that. So super appreciative. I'll get these in the mail tonight. I'll get them UPS'd out to you overnight, and you'll have them certainly by Monday. Okay, that's that. I'm going to go to the chat now and see what you guys have been saying, because there's a lot going on here. We just did surgery on a headphone. I am sweating because I didn't want to scratch anything or mess anything up or disconnect a wire or any of the 100 things that could go wrong. I think my warranty was voided, though. Okay, Gilrenard says hello. Hola. Hipster Cow says, howdy, gentlemen. How are you guys doing this fine afternoon? Cheers, Hipster Cow. Got a drinking problem now? Pardon me. Saw the title. Instantly realized he forgot to order a tungsten this morning. Maybe next month. Yeah. Cheers, Arthur Haywood. Good to see you're drinking. I hope you're all drinking something strong. I'm going to need one after this episode. Keep forgetting. And 1 year from now, you'll be glad you did. Okay. Ryan Dietz says, drop today was insane. Sold out in 1 minute. Oh, that's right. Today was the next Mod House drop. Oh, man. Just seconds, man. And you're out of it, man. So we really are. The last 24 hours has been an embarrassment of riches, because these are achievements. These are just spectacular and achievements. I'm super impressed with, guy did this from scratch. I just went out and said, I want to make a headphone that sounds better than the Sysfara, or sounds like the Sysfara. And, man, he pulled it off. I mean, that's just amazing. Okay. Hipster Cross says he'll be driving the exact opposite way in about 4 hours. Nice. Drive safe. Drive safe out there, boys. It's some of the weather in this country right now is a little nasty. Arthur Haywood says he's on the fence about tungsten due to the amplifier requirements. Maybe after CanJam NYC. Yeah, I think unapologetically, Ryan has said, these things are tough to drive, and I can guarantee you that they're not easy. The Zale, which is an $8,000 amp, struggles to push those. I mean, I got to really open that thing up and push maximum voltage into it for it to really respond and do well. The Woo is much more in its lane. The Bakoon 13R is certainly enough to drive it with all of its massive 25 watts into 8 ohms. That's plenty for the tungsten. I do, but even on low, I try to keep everything on low gain, because as you know, and I've talked about on the show, when you push gain, you push grain. You're going to add noise to the signal. You're just you're not adding more amplification. You're just increasing sensitivity, and that's how you get gain. But you're not adding any actual power to the system. So I try to keep it on low power, on low gain mode on the 13R. I am I'm up to probably 80% on the amp to push them. Now I could comfortably push them in high gain mode, but you start amplifying all the other stuff in the signal that you don't really want to. And the experiment becomes, like you have this great stuff and you're pushing a lesser quality signal into this great stuff. So things to think about. Hello, Mike. Did you get a chance to audition the Mass Kobo? or the mass kebab. No, I didn't. I missed that setup, it's a headphone amp that I'm interested in, but interested only insofar as somebody lends it to me. I'd have to get somebody to send me a loaner. I don't think it's an amp I'm willing to go out and buy at $18,000. Let's talk about the Mass Kobo. If you haven't, look that one up. It's really something, but not like the most brilliant design either. Like, it's not an impressive looking amp. It's got the horses under it, that's for sure. We talked about Arthur. IMJ says that Ryan, I don't know if you got my email, but either way, I got in today's order. Oh, IMJ, you got one, man. That's awesome. So really looking forward to getting it and trying it on his Ferrum ore. Yeah, that'll have enough gain. You're probably going to have to run that in full power mode. There's the switch on the back on the ore, and then you'll use a preamp to stage your gain. You'll have to. Okay. Arthur Ryan says, how loud do you listen? Yeah, that's the other thing, is if you're listening to, like, I tend to want to listen loud on some stuff to combat my tinnitus. There is, for those of you out there suffering from tinnitus, there's been some new studies out, and there's some new devices that they say will retrain your brain to not hear the tinnitus frequency. Very interesting. It's a wrist, there's like a wristwatch thing. There's another thing that you can just stick on your neck, or there's a thing that you bite on, and for like 30 minutes or 10 minutes a day, and it over a matter of weeks, it will retrain your brain to get rid of tinnitus. And they said they're having success with it. So I'm looking for it. I already put my foot in the door saying, hey, I'm interested in your study. I would love to get rid of this thing, because I got it in a really weird way, and it really is not fun. It's not a good thing. When it's dead quiet, there's always noise playing in my head. IMJ, yep, he's going to try it on his newly acquired Wu 23R 23. That will do it. That will be plenty. Hipster Cow says, Ryan, that's crazy. Glad to see you're getting the recognition you deserve. Hopefully you don't go crazy trying to manufacture them. Cool, trying to catch up on his emails. Hopefully get to it tonight. Too late probably. IMJ, well, his order today is secured. Hopefully with a 12-week quote, it will make for his birthday in April or sooner. Wishful thinking. Ryan, not too loud, maybe 75. Well, we're talking about how loud we listen to our headphones. Okay, and N8 says, hello everyone. Hi Michael. Hi N8. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. The Chord is not for sale except to the industry. It will go on sale, though, through like Sweetwater. I think you're going to see it turn up in like a Sweetwater kind of thing over time, after they get enough of them made. And it's fine. I mean, it's probably really good for what it does. For near-field monitor amping in a situation like this, it would be a good choice. I still like the flexibility of the big knob, even though the sound quality isn't up to the Chord standard. But I am using a Chord DAC to drive this system here. It's the Hugo TT1. The Hugo TT2 I sold. But I'm a big fan of Chord. I think they make great stuff. I wish that their USB jack on the back of my TT1 wasn't so sketch, because I've had to have that resoldered in twice. It just breaks over time, and I'm not even putting a lot of pressure on it or anything. It just broke. Ryan says, gotcha, you should have a lot of options. It gets dicey when you listen at over 90 dB, but 75, not bad at all. They won't sell to audiophiles lest we find out how cheap Chord should be. I'm not sure I follow that. They won't sell to audiophiles lest we find out how cheap Chord should be. Okay. Ace Spades. Cheers, Ace. Brother, how you doing, bud? Ken Workshop chiming in here. Great to be here. Say hi. Oh, that was my reveal. I saw that pop up when I... Constructive criticism of the sound of drinking water in front of that mic is annoying. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. I cheers everybody. We've been doing it for a long time. I'll try to keep it down, but, you know, sorry. I got to drink on the show or I'll die of dehydration. IMJ says, I cannot wait for my double-sided. Congrats, Michael. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Hopefully Director hasn't been hanging out with the Rastas today. Steady hands, Michael. I know. I'm telling you, and there was so much there. There was so much that it's you can't go anywhere in Jamaica without smelling weed. Michael, go check out the new unique melody IEMs. $8,000 total madness. I wonder if that's the one that I auditioned at Can Jam, or if they came out with another model. The Unique Melody does come out with they've got a little modelitis going on at Unique Melody. They don't, like, they need to cut down on so many things. Shouldn't there also be a weight difference, one-sided versus two-sided? There probably is. Maybe this is a touch heavier. No, they're really not. They're kind of the same. They really feel pretty much the same. I think if you put them on a scale, you'd be able to get a number, but just holding them in my hands and putting them on my heads, they don't really feel any different. Yeah, they're actually fairly similar. They're similar in look too. It wasn't until you take the outer grill off that you can see you've got something different, because the inside doesn't look the same. It looks identical. It's an expensive game of operation. If you touch the sides, you might feel a buzz. Christopher Garcia, cheers, buddy. Cheers. That's awesome. Ken Workshop says, Randy, seeing the inside has sold me. Impressive design work. Hey, coming from Ken, that's a great thing. Made an 8-minute late attempt to order this morning, maybe next month. Fingers crossed. It's alive. Not really. The magnets on the double-sided half are the thickness of the single-sided magnets. Okay. The magnets on the double-sided are half the thickness. Yeah, like I said, I can't feel a difference in weight, to be honest with you. It doesn't. Ryan thanks Ken for the kind words. Ryan, have you heard if anyone has used a Quicksilver tube amp to drive the double-sided? I will tell you this. The double-sided magnet is about 15% more efficient than the single-sided. I require because now I've got the colors mixed up. This is now the single-sided. The single-sided Mod House Tungsten, I actually had to turn the volume down. No, I'm going to get this right. I had to turn the volume up on the single-sided to match the same volume on the double-sided, and I kind of expected it to be the opposite, so I was a little surprised by that. But it's not a lot. It's just a small tweak of the it's just a small tweak of your volume knob. But it is there is the double-sided was a little easier to drive. Status of the patent, just cosmetic. Jonas, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but I'll move on. Haha, driving so he couldn't watch. Thank God. Like, Michael, could you be a little more delicate with that? Do you understand what's on the line there? Oh, that was so fun, though, to do live. and a little sweaty making. Interesting on the wood. Have you ever thought about doing a raw wood? I think he did, didn't he? Not sure, actually. He's done all wood before. Yeah. Like it's just fragile to work with. Sure, that would make sense. He might have gotten an 8mm mixed up with a 6mm. That's all right. It all works. It all worked. There was no sonic destruction going on. How is my backlog going? Oh, that's to Ryan. Because I don't know. I have a backlog of shows, but I'm just cutting through. I have a sequence that I do on this show for, when what I'm going to do on any given week. and I've actually to the point where I've turned some products away, some IEMs away, because I'm so backed up. And I've got this double unboxing I'm doing in the episode after next that got pushed because when Ryan says I'm sending you this, when he says I'm sending you these, I'm going to stop and take notice and push him to the front of the line because he's doing me a solid. You know what I mean? Okay, that makes sense. He appreciates the design consideration for durability. Yeah. Seeing the dual-sided, he's excited about those. Really unique and impressive driver. I agree. He's like a month behind schedule, unfortunately. Oh boy. On the right side is the double-sided. On the outside of them is where the second set of magnets goes. He is so hyped for them. Oh hey, let her rip, Tater Chip. Dexter. Oh man, my chat just took a jump. Something came in. This is funny watching this because I've already done the procedure and nothing is nothing has come out of place. Okay, we're up to Christopher Garcia. That's where we're at. Hey Ryan, would it be possible to do a grill made out of actual tungsten? The tungsten edition. They get really hot. You know, it's a conductor. He'd love to see a chrome grill. That's a good idea. That's cool. That'd be kind of like more like the LCD 4. Very cool. Might double the price and the weight of the headphone, making it tungsten. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Yep. Hipster Ace Spade says someone on here gave a music recommendation for the Teskey Brothers. Been listening to them. Yes, and that was Chance who did that. Chance D. And I listened to them too. I actually really, really enjoyed them. I thought they were terrific. I thought that the last album that they did, which was in 2022, 2023, that album actually to me, they had a larger budget for, and they were using real horns, and that made a huge difference in the sound of that. This is a Chance D. Remember, we're talking about the Teskey Brothers, Teskey Brothers. If you get a chance, go on Tidal and check them out. They're really cool. They're from Australia, but they sound like they're from Memphis. Very cool STAX sound. They've got the dissonant horns. Just all of it working. Fantastic. Hey Ryan, just make sure that you have a surplus for CanChan NYC in March. Oh boy. IMJ says, Ryan, which pads are the default on the double-sided? He'll answer that in a second, I'm sure. Did you find out which capacitors Ryan was using to alter the neutrino wave amplitude while you were in there? Yeah, there was secret sauce inside there. We were just revealed on live internet feeds. Guys, this show is ridiculous. It's a lot of fun, though. Got to admit, it's a lot of fun. The Fosse ZA3 drives the tungsten very well. That's a good one. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard that amp. Brian, you get a lot of kind words today, man. You've really knocked it out of the park. It would definitely go a lot of weight and cost, unfortunately, to do a tungsten. Zeos has just done a review of the Mass Kobo. Well, I'm happy for Zeos. Zeos has about 19 times the subscribers that I do, and he should get something like a Mass Kobo. Maybe someday, boys, if we ever make it big. For now, it's our small but mighty group. Hey, we have a lot of fun around here, though. Dixter Chrome might make an option, a good plating service. Oh, you'd have to find that. Yeah, it would also create the weight, increase the weight, because you can't plate aluminum. Yeah, true. It's got to be like a steel or something like that. Garcia said he was mostly kidding about using tungsten, but it shows that the man truly has thought of every detail. Jonas says, have you ever considered showing them at the high-end Munich? Budget, man. You got to get to Munich somehow. It would look amazing, though. Yes, I agree. Yeah, like a matte gray would look really cool. You know, like that zinc-covered something. That would be kind of cool for the tungsten. I'm not giving up my multicolors, though, clearly. We just did the surgery. Will there be at CanJam London? Let's see. Perforated pads is the default for the dual-sided, hybrid for the single-sided. Okay, well then that's why the difference. Ryan, is there any reason that you did sonically? What did you hear that you liked about the perforated leather with the dual-sided? Because maybe I'll listen for that before I send them out. For me, it was just I just thought that the bass came through a little bit. It seemed a little punchier on with the hybrid pad, and I kind of like that effect. As you know, I'm a little bit of a bass head. Ryan says probably with Elise audio. Not sure if he'll make it. Oh, he'll send a pair for them to demo with them. Okay. Heard it's an awesome show, but he won't doubt he'll be able to make it. He's busy in his garage with the soldering iron trying to get these drivers all in place, going, oh my god, I got more orders. Hey man, it's good to be needed, and it's good to good to have the business and have people like it. Blacked out version you sent to Resolve looks pretty cool. I didn't see it, but I'll take your word for it. Hey everyone, Christopher Luckenbach, so cool. Dixter, thanks. Okay, Adam laughing his butt off. He can't go anywhere in New York City without, or DC without smelling weed. Yeah, I don't know. In Jamaica, it was literally everywhere. And I was hanging out with folks that smoke. I'll tell you one story. Okay, so we had just finished shooting. We did 2 days of shooting in Jamaica. One was an interview, sit down with Ziggy, and a tour of the studio where his dad made some of the music, and also he was shot there. I don't know if you guys know the whole story. This movie that's coming out, it's called One Love. Ching, doing a plug. It covers the area between like when he was just coming up. You get a little bit of a glimpse of where Bob Marley came from, but it's more about his political activism and trying to unite the two parties that were fighting each other in Jamaica with this One Love concert. And in the run-up to that, he gets shot, and his wife gets shot, and a friend of his gets shot 6 times and lived. They were out back in the back of the recording studio, and somebody pulled up and opened fire, or no, some people snuck in and opened fire on them, snuck in the front of the place with a bunch of guns and started shooting. And Bob got hit, and so did his friend. His friend got hit 6 times, and his wife got hit in the parking lot. They shot her, which everybody lived. Very, very grateful. But the bullet holes are still in the wall. Anyway, so we were shooting there, video shooting, and we shot in this recording studio, and we shot in the room where the assassination attempt happened. It was the old kitchen. It's now been converted into kind of a museum space. And out back is a house where all the workers are, and Ziggy's brother hangs out, and a bunch of people. And so I was waiting to walk back to the hotel because I'm trying to get my steps in Jamaica. I walked 4 miles one day around Jamaica and didn't get, my nickname was Mr. White Man. Everybody called me Mr. White Man on the street. It was hysterical. But I was waiting to walk back, and my friend I was with, Kevin, you saw him in the photo, he was in the back house, and I'm like, Kevin, where are you? We got to go. And he's like, come back here. So I go back there, and he's sitting at a table eating with Ziggy and his wife and some of their friends, and they're like, come on, sit down and have dinner with us. And I'm like, well, we really kind of got to go because we got to get to this. We got to get to the screening of the movie. I wanted to see the movie, and they said, no, they're not going to start it without us. So sit down and have a plate. So this Jamaican guy is cooking all the food with a joint hanging out of his mouth, leaning over the pans of food, and he puts together a plate of food for me, and I sit down and I eat this. It was delicious. It was this fish dish. It was fantastic with some very spicy greens, collard greens dish. Fabulous food. And I sat there and I ate with him, and then we left and we went to the screening. Really funny. but there was weed everywhere. And there's a dispensary on the museum property. You can go out back and pick up some Bob Marley Gray joints. I don't smoke, guys. I tried it once in high school and I didn't like it, so I was like, I never went back to it. Happy Friday, guys. Nephilim81 chiming in. Hey, buddy. He got a new vintage Millard rectifier from an awesome community member. Can't wait to try it out in his Woo WA22. Would love everyone in his house to go to bed so he can get some listening time in. I know. And now I'm going to get more listening time in with the dual-sided. Oh boy, Nephilim, did you miss the top of this show? You got to go back and watch, buddy. You missed all the action. A lot happening. Is the diaphragm stator gap smaller on the dual-sided to account for the thinner magnets? Is the diaphragm stator gap? Oh, I see. It's less travel. Maybe that, I do hear, well, I don't want to get into sound impressions until next week. We'll just wait for that. Haha, sweet. Enjoy them. Ace of Spades to Chance D for the music rec. Yeah, cheers to Ace of Spades, man. I'm sorry. Cheers to Chance D. He didn't make it today, but a big fan of his. He's got some stories. If you guys... and now that I'm back, well, I don't know if I'm going to have time because I got to get this next episode out. But I want to snippet some of the Hangover Hangout video because I recorded the last one, and I'd like to post like a little snippet from that to give you guys an idea of what happens in there. Some great stories from Christopher and from Chance and Ken. Ken gave us some good stories too. Good material there. But I would like to post some of that to give you guys an idea of what we're doing and how fun it is. So that at the next one in early February, we can get more folks in there because it's going to be a blast. The more folks that show up, unless it gets like super crowded and get 100 people in there, and it's like, I want to raise a question. Anyway. Ken needs to drop off. Cheers, Ken. Thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. We'll hear from you soon. Double A, how you doing? Looking forward to get a. He's looking forward to get a grip on it and try it. Oh, he's tried these. He's tried 3 times. Wait, looking forward to getting a grip on it and trying it. He has tried 3 times now. Oh, to buy them. Will it work with a Ferrum stack? He has the Ore, Wanla, and Hypsos. I would say this: if you put the Ore in full power mode, and then used a pre between your source, your DAC, and your Wanla and your Ore to do the attenuation, so that the Ore has full power, you'll be just perfect. Otherwise, they will drive them, but they'll only get so loud. I think you're going to be close to wide open on it. Christopher says, Bob Marley catalog sounds pretty awesome. They must have had some great gear there. Great music, too. Yeah. We listen to nothing but Bob Marley. And everywhere you go in Jamaica, it's Bob Marley. Bob Marley, Bob Marley. And they're all celebrating. This was the biggest thing to hit Jamaica, having Prince Harry show up. And the star, the guy who's playing Bob, and then Ziggy himself endorsing this. This came from the family. It's a family-endorsed film. They've got the stories right. They paid attention to detail, and it's well made. I'll be perfectly honest. It's not my favorite movie of the year, but it's not a bad movie. I was entertained in it, and I learned some things. It's a little uneven here and there, but in general, I would recommend the movie. They see it, and why not? It'll be on cable, or you can go see it in the theater. It's great on a good sound system. They're jamming the music. It's a lot of fun, and I had a great time in the screening. It was fun. Ryan says magnet gap is the same. The frame is thinner. Is it really? Did I miss that detail? Oh no, I gotta go back. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm a little dark down there. Give me some more light. Give me some more light. Hang on, boys. Major engineering in process here. camera moving. Okay, now we got more light. I don't know. The frame looks the same to me. Maybe it's the internal. Once you get past the outer shell, they look the same to me. Can't tell the difference. The way that I was able to tell the difference, though, is these two repel each other, and these two attract each other. The single-sided attract each other. Yeah, what you missed, Nephilim, is that I have both pair of Mod House in the house, and it's for the next full episode of the Director's Garage. I do a shootout between these two, and I think you may have a hint of what one because of the operation we did. So funny. But I'm trying something different. I thought it would be fun to do this reveal and give you guys a nice thing to head into the weekend, checking these out, these amazing Mod House Tungstens out. You know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I'm going to be listening to the dual-sided all weekend long, you know. It's so great. It's so great, and it's so fun. And these headphones are spectacular. They really are. Yeah, the Orig gets louder than he'd ever want to listen. Okay, there you go. And that's Ryan. Is that without it being in full power mode, or is that can you do that? As for the pads, yeah, hybrid has the better bass extension and a little less treble. Perforated sounds has a larger sound stage and more resolving, but also a little brighter. Yeah, and I think and that fits my desire, I think. I am more into the bassier sound. Like I want a little more push down low. And I even had a chance to listen and compare them directly. I'll talk about this next week. I'm not going to get into it now because it's 4:30. I don't really want to go in too heavily into it. But I did do a shootout this morning, not shootout, but like an A/B comparison with the Susvara. And I spent some time going back and forth, and I made some notes on it, which I'll share for you guys after the next episode airs. I don't want to just give everything away today. I thought it was pretty cool though that we did a whole live surgery on this show. We've got some new products out there. The sale of the Nobles. I'm telling you guys, if you've got the extra scratch and you want a good pair of these, are the best. I carry them with me everywhere. These are the best sounding. They're not the most full featured, but they're the best sounding wireless IEM I've heard. And that's these. Boy, I got the. See, I can do it because I've got the camera. This is the Noble Mystique, and they're special. I think that the cool factor is with that Focus Pro and the custom edition, but you're going to pay $700 for those because it is. You know, they did a lot of really cool design work on those. But for pure sound, these Mystiques to me sound better than the Focus Pro. They've got a little better bass. They've got a little more clarity. These to me are the absolute top end you can do. And they're on sale on drop right now. You can get them for $320. They're normally like $360. So big savings there over on drop. I get nothing out of drop. I'm just telling you in case you're interested in the Mystique, which I am clearly on this show. Okay. For the 5-volt input, 4-volt input high gain. Yeah. Anything. Oh, because you've got the Wanla. That's the key. That's the key. Let's back up. Who was talking about this? It wasn't Christopher. Was it Amar? All right. So whoever was asking about can the Ohr drive the tungsten, and the answer is yes, and it's because the Wanla can go up to 9 volts on the output side, and that way you don't have to put the Ohr into high gain. You can leave it on low gain if you increase the input and then turn the volume up. It's much better. You're going to get a much better sound, or you should. The theory goes, If Ken was here, he'd walk us through this. But the theory is you should get a much better sound out of your headphone system if you keep the gain low. You can go into high power mode. That's fine. Go into high power mode. Keep the gain low and increase the voltage on the input side of the amp. So long as your amp can take that gain on the input side, and most can take a significant amount of gain on the input side, you're going to get a better output. You're going to get a better result. So just remember, try to keep your amps in low gain mode and push the voltage on the input side of them. But high power mode is great. Give it all the beans. Just don't start increasing gain, because gain is not increasing power. You're just increasing sensitivity. Okay, there you go. Last few, we're going to be out of here by 5 o'clock, it looks like, today. Very cool. Man, what an episode this was. This was the best. This is like the most ambitious live episode I've ever done. I did show and tell with photos. I did product previews. We did surgery live on the air. I did a product reveal. We talked about Ryan's amazing Mod House headphones. Both of them. They're both great, guys. They're both great. I'm telling you. There's a case there. You'll hear in the review next week. I'll make the case for both of these headphones and who they're for. Just because I preferred one over the other doesn't mean that the other one isn't great. And they're not forced. There is an absolute case for each headphone, and I'll make the case in the next episode and talk about who it's for. So there you go. Okay. Nephilim says, what's better than one headphone? Yeah, 2 headphones. Good Lord, Michael. All jokes aside, it's very exciting. Can't wait to hear your conclusions. Ryan is a gent. Yeah. And really a true friend of the show to do something like that for us. It's so special. It's so special. I can't thank him enough. Just spectacular. I'm sorry I don't have that Ferrum stack anymore, because that was a special stack. It was part of the trade to get me to the X9000, which I'm now selling. It's like crazy how it all works. But someday maybe I'll jump back in when they do a Ferrum or 2.0 or something. I want to hear it. I'm such a huge fan of that. I'm also a fan of Burson, and I would love to I got to make contacts at Burson. I would love to get a Burson amp in here. I had one that I bought years ago and super enjoyed it. I thought it was a great amp, and they've only come leaps and bounds since that amp. I think it was the Conductor, and now they've got, the GT blah, blah, blah 3, and was it the Raptor or something? I don't know. But a great new design on that amp, doing some great machining on it to make it more interesting, update it, and some work on the inside too to clean it up. I'm a fan of Burson, but I just haven't had one in probably 10 years here, way before the show started. But I sold that, and I sold my Wood WA6 to buy my first WA5, which I then paid to have upgraded the Voyager. Yes, Voyager, not the Raptor. Oh, look at that. It's slack. Yeah, so that's... I'm super just... what a great episode coming up. And what a fun time I'm going to get this weekend to get to listen to this stuff. Super much. I don't have anything else really to go through today, so I'm going to start winding this episode down, this live episode. But what a great live stream, and you guys were so participatory. Is that a word? So fun, man. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Ace of Spades, thank you. Nephilim, thank you for stopping by, even if for a bit. I am Jay, you always add something to the conversation. Hipster Cow, one of my favorite people, man, just awesome. Ken from Ken Workshop. Ryan, thank you so much for stopping by. Audio Fool in the house. Yeah, go back and check out the episode. We did a lot in this episode, and I dropped some major dish. We spilled some tea. Who am I? Why am I here? Oh man, I traded tungsten for a while. I'm not trading anything, and I got to get these in the mail too, so I can pack these up and get these out to Ryan, and he can let somebody else enjoy them too. This is these two headphones are achievements, and we did a face off. we did an episode. We did a headphone version of Face Off, the movie. You know, the John Travolta one where he switches faces. That's what we did here. Oh, so great. But thank you guys for stopping by today. And look for the episode next week. I've got some things to do between now and then. I'm hoping I can get it out by Tuesday. That would be the goal. That's sort of I like that Tuesday morning drop. It does well for subscribers on the show. The more subscribers we get, the more opportunities like this. So click the buttons and push the things and poke the pokes and so great. But yeah, I'm just blown away by what we got to do today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a true treat for me to be here and share it with you all, and thanks for the great conversation always. I really enjoy you guys, and cheers, and I'll see you guys, yeah, you know, before you know it. Okay, let's get out. I gotta find all the stuff. I've put so many sources on the air today. I'm like, where's the slate? Where'd I put that? So good. Cheers.